Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I have a whole package of flounder that I defrosted overnight and I've patted it dry. I have it sitting on paper towels because there's so much water in it. So that's what I've done. Now I took my discard and I add lemon zest, which is actually lemon peel. I added about a tablespoon to the discard, and I added about 1/4 of a cup of Creole seasonings, which I showed you how to make. I have a flour mixture. Some of the flour that I mixed, I don't know what it is, but I added breadcrumbs and whole wheat flour to it, so I have a whole mixture of flours here. I just can't remember what I left in the bowl on the counter with a lid on it. But anyway, flours I had collected. Now I have oil. I'm just going to fry it in oil instead of butter and oil this time. And I'm setting the stove right now. Don't you go out, match. Don't forget, at 2 o'clock today, if you don't see this or you don't know, at 2 o'clock, I'm going to make pumpkin apple brownies. And I'm going to be doing a live because a woman did ask me to do a live. And she couldn't understand why I don't do lives. I said it was only because I cook at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and nobody's up at that time. That's why I don't normally do it. So today we're going to be making brownies. And the recipe I'm using is mine, which is written right here. I was scribbling it out as I was putting it together, which is typical of me as well. And this is another one I did, which is pomegranate jelly. I couldn't find just plain pomegranate jelly. They had cocktail pomegranate, and I read it and I said, well, this is as close as I could get to because I needed pomegranate. So I decided what I had left over I would make into jelly, which I did. Okay. Now we're going to need spatulas. Taffy, do not tear my chair up. Every time I start talking, he goes into the chair and decides he's going to start tearing it up. Be cool. Cats. They're unusual. This cat have Taffy. This one, I have 2 cats. They're brothers. Amber doesn't do this, but Taffy, he follows me all over the house like a dog, and he thinks he can go outside. I said, you can't go outside. Hawks fly over the house. You'll be dinner for them, and you don't have survival instincts right now. And his brother, when his brother's coming, this is what you hear from him. As he runs to you. That's his little twerk that he likes to do, his little, just his tiny little way. Okay, that's getting hot. We're just waiting for the oil to get hot, and that will be it. I have all this fish here, and I just decided I'm going to just do the whole bag up instead of just 3 fillets or something, because my son say, I want more, Mommy. I said, okay, I'll do the whole bag, you know. Now tonight we're going to, supposedly going to be in the 40s, and it's getting cool. After being in 70s, we're going to plunge. Well, that's life and that's the weather. Though I have learned one thing. When we have bombs or wars going on somewhere, the earth is spinning and the sulfur's up in the air and it comes around. We could be in cool weather, but it's going to get warm. And once it spins and the sulfur comes down, we end up with the cooler weather according to the temperature. So we're actually changing the weather with using bombs and stuff. And people say it's everything else. No, the plants need the carbon that comes from our car or from our breath, because they breathe carbon and we breathe oxygen. So when they breathe that carbon, they push out oxygen, which we need, and when we breathe, We take in the oxygen they give us, and we expel carbon, which they need. So we live together. So all these people who keep on cutting down trees, if you're wondering why you're having breathing problems and you're having this problem and that problem, think of what we're doing. And if you wonder why the ice caps melt, hello, we're doing it. Get those bombs, atomic and everything else. We're heating the earth up. Once that sulfur gets in there, it becomes a blanket of heat. That heat is just held. It's just like you have a pot to boil and you lock it like a steam pressure. That heat just sits there. I mean, there's no escape for it. So we ought to be careful what we're doing. But people don't listen, and they say, oh, that's just an old woman talking, and this and that. We're actually waiting for the oil on this one. And then I'm not going to set them on a rack and drench them twice. I'm going to drench them once this time. Then I'm going to take my leftover red potatoes. I have some frozen peas and some fresh carrots, and I'm going to toss those together today as the vegetable. I'll cover the starch, and I'll cover my root vegetable, and I might use some green tomatoes. I did buy 2 to fry up, which I thought would be nice. So I might do that too. No! No! Ew. 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 Do you guys talk to your cats? Mine are very talkative with me. No, I can't hold you. We've got oil going. Okay, let's see. Now you're going to drench them in this, in other words, coat them. And then you're going to sit there and put them in the flour. Then you're going to throw them in that frying pan. You're going to fry them. Now, like I told you, discard sticks like glue. That's what's so beautiful about it. I mean, it just doesn't let go. Oh no, don't you start yelling at me. Now he's yelling at me. He's mad with me. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's one paper off. As soon as I move the fish over, I'll show you. I might have to add more here. It looks like it's going to be thick. I'm going to try to get you over here. Let's see if I can get all the fish in there and do what I have to do, and then I'll come back and do what I was doing. Just throw them in here and see what happens. I want to get you over here, but it's a little difficult. So these are flounder fillets. I had them sitting in paper towels trying to dry them up as much as I could. I have to leave you in the back here because I have to do everything that I'm doing here. I actually need the room. I don't know if this idea is going to work, but I threw it out here to see what would happen. Okay, come on, guys. I love this part, the way it acts. I mean, it just sticks to everything, even to me, but it's good. Especially if you're coating stuff to fry it. I can't wait to try it with fried chicken. And I figured the Creole seasoning would give it a good spice. Okay. So I am going to continue frying these and I'll show them to you when I am done. Okay, here it is. A whole bag of filet flounder or flounder fillets, whichever way you want to look at it. I had the heat extremely high because I wanted them to be crunchy. I used the discard to hold the seasonings onto them, so when I drenched them in that flour mixture with breadcrumbs and stuff, it would all adhere to give a nice crunchiness to them. So listen, you take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.